You want to know why I've become a carnivore? I call it carnivore because you eat meat, uh, and okay, I just cannot talk on a camera. It's easier to talk when I'm talking on the phone because my sisters call me and they all ask me, and I'm not like nervous. What do I say? Talking to a camera is like not real. I must have people. So here I go. Hi. Okay. Yeah, I posted something on Facebook, and so my sister was saying, "Oh, you look good. You look good, and your skin looks good, and you lost a lot of weight. What is happening?" And then someone from US called me, my niece, and then my sister from the US called me, another sister, and people in Australia and my friends and family called me as well. So they all wanted to know what I was doing, what is the change, what has happened to me. Okay, I was eating the carnivore diet. It didn't just happen out of chance. I never heard of it. I've heard of meat-based diet. Maybe I've heard of carnivore, but I didn't know what carnivore was until my doctor told me to do it. Okay, going back, why my doctor told me, it's because I was diagnosed with diabetes about a few years ago, and I was really in denial because I was like, no, not another one. I've been having psoriasis for many years, so I don't want to be sick and have diabetes. And I've seen people with diabetes, and it gets worse and worse. No matter how many medications they take, then it will progress to insulin, and then they will be cutting down on their food, and then they stick a needle inside, and then they will take, oh, the sugar has gone down, so they will take a cake or a coke or something, and then goes up. So it was like, what is this? Why don't I just not take tablets and just eat carefully? But as you know, we don't do that. We say we'll eat carefully, we will be strict, and I never did that. It was like automatic response to eat. I'll just eat a bit today, tomorrow I'll be a bit better. And I had an injury last year, so I was becoming more sedentary and I was putting on a lot of weight. So I've always been bouncing between obese and medium obese, the next one above obese. So I'm not slim, but I'm tall, and I used to be slim before I got married. And I have very high metabolism. So whatever I eat, I can put on weight. And it's interesting, when I was expecting my first child, I thought, ah, how is it to be fat? How will it look if I'm a bit plump, because I was always thin. And and so I said it'll be nice. So I started eating when I was pregnant, eat for two, and I was putting on weight. But anyway, I'm pregnant, it's okay, it'll go off. Then when I had my baby, I didn't really go back. I was still plummish. And then within 7 months, I was pregnant again. And my second son was over 9 pounds. And I was really big in that pregnancy. And I never went back to my weight before marriage, my single days. So I was over 86. So that was high. I think it was 80 for my second child. And then it never went down below that. So I have been on the bigger side, and with psoriasis, you can't be like a lot of weight and be unhealthy. You have to cut down on your stuff to eat healthy. So when I was diagnosed with diabetes, like I said, I was in denial. So I said, I'm not going to take any tablets. I'll just take it and I'll bring it home, but I will start being good. I won't eat a lot. I will be careful and all that. And each visit that I go to, my doctor would say, your reading is still high. Are you doing anything? You are a diabetic, And I said, um, most want to say I'm not a diabetic, but it was hard. So recently, the last few years, I was like getting a bit more like tired. Then I'm thinking, oh, I'm approaching 60. I'm getting old. Um, and this year, I was getting a lot more lethargic and had not no much energy. I really have a lot of goals I want to fulfill. I had a YouTube channel 3 years ago on mindset. I'm trained in certain areas, but I couldn't fulfill my goals. I am excited to do things, but sometimes you can't fulfill your goals when you don't have energy. So our physical body has to follow our mindset. If our mindset wants to do things, want to do that, and then our body is like, oh dear, I'm tired, not today. So you can't fulfill a lot of things that you want to do. So I have been putting off for the 3 years, didn't really do a lot of things, was getting very lethargic. And this year I really became worse. And so I went to another doctor. I moved house, so I went to another doctor, and then I said, uh, I think I need tablets. And he gave me some tablets, and he gave me 1,000 milligram. And I was still not taking regularly. And then my son, he came to find out that, because I never told anyone I was diabetic for a few years, I was quiet. Then I had to tell one of my sons, he's a med student. So he said, Mom, you have to take your tablets, and I want you to do your glucose reading and show it to me. So I have a little booklet where I put down my readings, glucose reading, morning, afternoon, night, and I also took my tablets. Strangely, after taking tablets, I actually felt queasy in my stomach, and then I was slowly losing muscle in my calf and in my arms. I was losing muscles, and I felt like I had not much strength, like I can't lift something, and so on. So I was like, this medication is not doing me any good. So again, I was like skipping the medication, do it sometimes, and then my son would check on me or my doctor would ask, and then I had to do it again. But in my heart, I was thinking, I want to do something natural, and I still try and yearn to do something natural. No doctor told me you can do it in a natural way, or you can reverse diabetes, or um, you can do something with your diet. But this new doctor that I moved house, moved another place, and this new doctor was like, each time I say, I know, I respect you, doctor. I really would listen to whatever you say, but I've not been doing the next medication. I think he asked me to take, when I was not really improving, he asked me to take dapagliflozin. And I went to the chemist and I checked it, and it was like there's so many side effects, so I thought I'll stick with just metformin. So I was honest to my doctor. I said, you told me to do another one, and then another one. He gave me another suggestion as well after a few weeks or months. I told him I didn't do anything except take metformin. I'm so sorry, but I just can't do these because I become worse. So I told him my symptoms. My my um, my muscles are like not there anymore. I'm getting weaker, and also I don't have much energy. And now if I eat one grape, it goes up so high. So my high now can go up to 17, 18, 19, and my low is like 15, 14. So when I look at it, my low has never been lower than my high before medication. If you know what I mean. Before medication, I was like 8 to 14. Now it's like high is 9, 18, 19, and the low is like 14, 15. So it has never gone down with medication. So why take medication? So I was like, I'm not saying don't take medications. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling my story, because doctors have got their part, and medication and medicine has its part. But I wanted another way, a natural way. So I was like yearning to make me better. So it was diabetes that I really wanted to do something and make me better. And so this doctor, when he heard me all this, saying all this, he said to me, try the carnivore diet. So I thought, okay, I've not really heard much about carnivore diet. Don't really know the details. Um, so something, a few years ago, my brother was diagnosed with an illness, and the whole family in Singapore and people around them, the relatives and all, started doing the ketogenic diet. And the only reason I didn't do the ketogenic diet is it was so difficult. I asked my sister, how do you do the ketogenic diet? And she said, oh no, my son does it. Show me how much to measure, what to eat. You cannot do anything anyhow because you can become worse. So then I thought, no, I don't want to do keto because I don't know how to measure and count and all that. But I found out the carnivore diet was so easy. You just eat until you're full and stop when meat doesn't taste good. So you eat when you're really hungry, and meat will taste good. And when it doesn't taste good anymore, you stop. That's all. Drink water, put some salt if you need it. That's about it. And you can eat any meat. So you can eat eggs, chicken, bacon, fish, seafood, steak, lamb, beef, antelope, buffalo, whatever animals you have in the ruminant animals, the animals with four stomach. So I started on the first day. I ate a mincemeat, and morning I had bacon and eggs. Afternoon I had mincemeat, or and then evening I had like a meat again. But I really didn't like it. I don't like meat as a general person. I'm more like a spices, chili, sambal, um, and I cook a lot for my kids. All the Singapore, Malaysian, Indian fusion, Western fusion cooking. I used to put it up on my Instagram page. But so meat and Western dishes, I don't know how to cook as much. So eating meat itself is not so welcoming for me. But I wanted to improve in my health. I was desperate. I was like driven to do it because the end goal is to improve. Because the doctor told me there's some people who have improved and there's some improvement. Try that. So started eating meat, but it was really difficult. But I will share that on another video. How my experience on the first day eating mincemeat. You won't believe it. I took 2.5 hours to eat one bowl, and I thought, oh dear, do I have to eat meat? But I was so determined, right? So it's very important that we are driven from inside. It's very important that you have a reason why to do it. So my reason is I want to get rid of diabetes. I want to get well. I don't want diabetes and sugar being high, and then oh, you can't eat this, can't eat that, and then I got psoriasis. Then you have wounds, and it might not heal, and then you may have amputation. I don't want to go down that line. So it was that really driven by there was a real need to do something, and my muscle, I don't want it to become weak and loose and all that. So I started did that, and it was hard, and I will definitely share another video how hard it was, the challenges. But that was one of the main reason why I did it, to improve the glucose reading. I want to improve. I want to not have diabetes. Second is I want to have increased energy. I don't want to eat and then feel sleepy and then sit in the sofa and then I'm nodding off. My sons will say, let's watch something, mom. And I'll sit with them and then I'll be like that. And they'll say, mom, why do you want to sit? You know, when we say come watch something, you say, yeah, 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 let's watch. And then 10 minutes and you're like that. So they will use to laugh because I was falling asleep. So I don't want to do that. My kids are now growing up and they've grown up adults now. This is the time I want to do things that I want to do and I can't. I'm sleepy, no energy. What is this? I want to travel. So that was energy, improve my health, no diabetes. And because I had psoriasis for a long time, I also had like arthritis on my toes and my fingers. My toes were crooked. Um, and then I was a lot of bloating in my tummy, and then my legs will always look swollen. They always look big, and if you really press it in, it's like a little bit of depression. So there is some edema. So I was like, I have to improve, and I heard. So once my doctor told me, you do the carnivore diet. I went home. You know, I'm a educator. You know, for 35 years plus, I've been teaching. I love learning. I love to teach. I love to read. I love to just keep on studying. So it was like good to watch all these podcasts and the YouTube. So Dr. Shafi, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Saladino, and Robert Lustig, Professor Tim Noakes, and I was just learning and learning and learning about type 2 diabetes, sugar, and metabolic health. And I'm learning so much, and I'm like, wow. But I'm also learning that you can reverse type 2. No doctors told me that. They actually like prepare me in saying that you might have stroke, you might have heart attack, you know, take your tablets. So I was like so happy to hear that you can reverse it. So one of the first thing I watched was a reverse series, and I heard that diabetes can be reversed. And so I was just devouring all the videos and podcasts. I'll wake up for 3 hours in the morning, I'll be watching and watching and watching. And then when I'm eating, I'm watching. So all my lunch and dinner dining partners are like Dr. Robert, not Robert, Robert Lustig, Professor Tim Noakes, Dr. Shafee, Anthony Shafee, and Professor Ken, not Professor, Dr. Ken Berry, and also Kelly Hogan. I call her Queen of Carnivore. She's been doing it for 14 years. So these were my heroes, and I was listening and I was learning, and I was like, wow, I can do this, I want to do that. So no matter what, I wanted to do it. Even though I had a lot of challenges, the start was hard. I had bleeding gums, my food gets stuck, so many things. But I was really, really driven to do it. I even said, if I have to die, I will do this diet because I want to see a light at the end of the tunnel. So if you can relate with me, if you have some other illness or sickness or ill health or fatigue or diabetes, psoriasis. Psoriasis also gets better. There's so many people, the psoriasis is no more for a few years. It's like in remission or they are free from psoriasis for a few years. So this is exciting for me. And I got double reward. Diabetes can be changed. Psoriasis can go off. Arthritis, so many people's arthritis is better, like it's gone. So I was like so excited and I was like in it. And some of the early things that was happening is my energy within the first week, my energy was really up. I could sleep so well. My hair was beginning to feel shiny. Now I have a little bit longer hair. Before it would be like a brush like that, short, because all the long ones fall. So I never get it long. But now you see, it's quite long. So I can actually put my hair down or tie it up and it looks all right. Um, even my eyebrows, the hair is growing. My nails used to be black, if you can see. This one will be black. You can see that these two are still black and it's getting better. But used to be all the nails were like dark, gray, black. And now they are getting lighter. And this one is also getting lighter. My toenails are the same. And my toenails were thicker, but it's getting thinner. The arthritis in my toes, they were like a bit crooked. The fourth one on the right foot was like crooked, but not as bad as the left one. The left one was very crooked, but now it's getting a bit straighter, and this one is almost straight, so it looks like the other toes. So this is like a miracle diet for me. It's like so exciting. So I'm very, very happy, and I'm seeing something. I've got energy. This is mid-afternoon, and I have so much energy. And the best part is like my teeth, they look whiter and they look clean, and you feel clean, feel strong. I used to like, sometimes you can't bite things, there's no strength in your jaw, but now my jaw is strong. So I can tear a plastic, like crackers or chips. I can, not chips, Asian plastic, where you have food, and I can bite it and pull it out. Before I couldn't. So all that things are really, really good. My hair is shiny as well, and it's not falling as much, and it's growing back. This is exciting. So I must share this. I want to share this. My sister also told me, like when they were asking, they were all ringing me and asking, and they ask questions and questions. And because I write down every detail from day one, I write down whether I go to the toilet, whether I had poo, what shape it is, um, and uh, and also like how do I feel in my tummy, if I gurgling sound, if I fart, yeah, I do all that. But I write in my journal everything, what I ate, pictures of what I eat every day. So I'm really, really like wanting to share because what I have gained, definitely a lot of energy. Definitely my readings for glucose now is gone from 18, 19, like from 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 to now, average of 17 to 19. Now it is 5.5 to 7.5. That's the average. And I'm only 5 months. Within the first month, I saw it really like drop. It is so unbelievable. I'm so amazed. So I'm really, really happy to share that. So I am not here to say do this or do that because I know about diet. Like when you tell do this, nobody will do it. I want to just share what I've done and what has helped me. So I'm really pleased. I've lost weight. That's a bonus. I didn't like, oh, I want to lose weight. It was more my health and my energy and psoriasis. but my weight was dropping. Like, so now I can wear this. I can't stand up because I've got the camera set. So, I've taken another picture and I'll show you. I've lost a lot of weight. And on my Instagram page, you can see, and hopefully my YouTube, I'll start showing how I was and how I am now. So I've lost quite a lot of weight. So I've lost 20 kg. It's really good. I feel better for it. I Psoriasis was very bad at the start of the diet. My energy was good, my glucose reading was going down, but my psoriasis was not improving as much. It was like the same. So I started tweaking the diet, and that's the nice thing about this diet. You are you, your health is different from another person. And I started tweaking with the diet. See, you can eat meat, ruminant meat, you can eat chicken, you can eat pork, you can eat bacon, you can eat all the different meats. But sometimes some meat might not agree with you. So I remember that I never liked pork or bacon. So why start that? So I thought I'll stop that and see what happens. Then the next week I stopped dairy, so like cream and cheese. I never liked cheese, so it was very easy. I don't need to start cheese. Stop that. I love the cream, but just for a different taste because it's so hard to eat meat at first because I don't like eat meat. So I'll just take a bit of sour cream, put in my mouth, then I'll eat a piece of meat. Another spoon of sour cream, then I'll eat the meat. It was so hard to eat meat. But I stopped that too. And I stopped eggs and I've stopped seafood to see whether the psoriasis will improve. And it improved. Now it's 80%. I don't have psoriasis for 80% of my body. So if you see, it's like clear. You can see the old scars. It's clear now. Uh, it's a little bit here, a little bit on my below the knee, there's a bit here and there. So it's about 20% left. So I'm still excited and I'm still hoping to see the end of all this. And it's possible because there are people who have done it and it's better. So this is a diet. It's not like, I'm not here to sell anything. So I have nothing to gain by telling you this story except if you know something good, you have to share. If it helps another person, that's what I will do. That's part of my philosophy always in my life. As when I was doing teaching, I go to the desert to teach Aboriginal children. I will make a difference. I will do my best to whatever I can do to touch lives, to make a difference. And this is the same. If I've learned something, I want to share to make a difference. So my sisters were telling me, one of the sisters said, wow, you explain it so simply and clearly. Can you please make small clips for me on WhatsApp? Send it to me on a video clip. So, it's easy to understand. And I was thinking about it and I was like, yeah, I can do it for my sisters, my friends, and family who ring me a lot and ask. And I'm on the phone for so long. It's a good start to share it with them. And of course, I'm going to put it on YouTube. And if you find it useful, please, um, I'll be so happy if you resonate with me. I'll be so happy if you like it, subscribe, and put the notification button on. I've just started the YouTube on the Carnivore, so this is my very first one. So I really, really will thank you and appreciate if you can support me. And I want to tell you my diary because that's like every day the details. So I might do like the first week because now it's like quite a few weeks already. It's like day 165, something like that today. I'm already past like so many days, past 5 months. On the 8th of October, I was 5 months. So it's a bit more. So I will be sharing my weekly and my journal. I'm going to write a blog and you can have a look at it. I have not, it's not much there now. Not in my blog yet, but I have it in my phone with all my notes every day. I do my journal. So if you're doing it, um, I can help and share what I did when I first started because it's so important to follow because then you can go back and look. Oh, I ate this, no wonder there was a flare. And oh, I ate that, that's why I'm losing energy because I was eating too little. So there's a lot of things to know. So feel free to write your comments. I'd love for you to tell me what you think of this video. It's my first one. So appreciate that. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Rachel from Western Australia. Thank you.